We have huge news that it comes in a small package.
Yes, we have a new book coming and you can pre-order it now.
It's only 160 pages.
It's basically all our wisdom, everything that we know about THM, but it's packaged into just practical daily skills. And it's called The 7 Skills to Lasting Health.
This is The Party with Serene and Pearl. Get it right, Poddy.
It's the Trim Healthy podcast where we're bringing greater health to every home. Hey, I want to tell you a quick story about something that happened to me at Urban Air. There's a trampoline.
You got your phone
park.
on silence, people?
Yeah, we do.
It's like it's like she's the
As
one
if.
that coaches us.
She doesn't.
I coach.
Okay, so look, I'm at the trampoline park
Yes.
with my kids, and we're standing in a very long line. It's taking way too long. These people don't have their act together, clearly.
This is the one in Cool Springs, just so I can picture it.
It is. Yeah. I'm in the witness protection program, so it's somewhere in Middle Tennessee. Hey, it's time for the banter, the part you hate, but we love. And we're waiting in line. There's someone waiting beside me. They're in the wrong line. Okay, they don't know that they need to be in this line, but they were there before me. They're not the problem. I'm waiting. It finally is like close to my turn, and this.
And you haven't even done the waivers yet that take an hour per child.
No, I'm a member.
I don't know.
Is it your turn? You mean you're going to jump or your kids are going to jump?
All of us.
Oh,
me and my kids.
Of course, together.
Oh, you
bounding.
cute
He's going to
thing.
really bound like Tigger.
Oh, I
He's
can.
going to. You can see it.
Yeah, I do things.
Yeah, of course you do.
Yeah, I
Yes.
can dunk on the trampoline.
Yeah.
Yeah, worked it up. And so in walks this very short Indian man. Never mind his race. He could have been.
never mind his height either.
No,
Come on,
it
we
matters.
like short
It
people.
It matters.
Oh.
It matters to the story because I need your advice.
All
okay?
right.
He walks up, passes everyone, and goes right up to the counter, and is like,
He
"Hey,
might own the place.
maybe," but he didn't. He's like, "We need to check in," and mind you, I've been there for 2 years, and I
You
was
tithe to the place.
basically. I mean, I've funded rides and stuff,
Yeah.
and I have just spent so many time just having kids will just jump in front of you in
Yeah.
line, right? And I've never said anything, but not this day. Okay, this was an adult, and he's jumping line, and I'm like, what is it with the human race? I had enough. I had already sat in line for way too long, and I just came and I spun his shoulder
Oh,
around.
you did the touch.
That's
manual manipulation.
I made contact. I'd spun him around gently, but it was contact.
Yeah,
It was that
man.
part.
That is
regret.
man
It was
contact.
over the line. I made man contact. Anyways, and I wonder if I would have if he were 6'3" and black.
No,
Or Japanese. Never mind the race.
but he was small.
If he was Prussian.
And that leads into my better story than this.
That's not my
soon.
question.
But I know. But
Listen.
I'm just saying. I'm just being narcissist. I've got a story about that. It's coming up.
Oh, I bet. I know the story.
And her story's going to beat your story.
Yeah, that's
all
what
about
I'm
her.
saying.
that
But
matters.
does yours have to do with greater health to every home? Because mine does. But I think it's going to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mental health.
Okay.
Okay. I can say anything and it's mental health. So I spin around. I said, "Hey, man, you should get in the back of the line. We've all been standing in line, and we were here before you." And like I felt like I was educating him. Yeah. And like there was this little voice that was like, "You're being a fat American." and then I was like, but no, lines are lines in any country, right? And he was like, "Oh, well, I've been here too," and I was like, "Where?" I was like, now this other guy who was in the wrong line was now behind me, but he was
Yeah.
here first. So I said, in fact, I'm not even supposed to go next. The guy behind me was here before all of us, then me, then you, and I'm not mad. Do I seem mad? Like
You're
I was
the
trying
line teacher and the line
I
counter
had
and
become,
the line
I'd become
analyzer.
Darren. I was
Yeah,
Darren.
you were.
And I was like, and he goes, "I can tell you're frustrated and you're upset." And I said, No, I'm not upset. I just think that systems have processes, and it's just nobody else is saying it. I'm just representing the group. You should be at the back of the line. And the lady ringing us up, she's like, she's going like this,
Like, who do I take next?
because she doesn't know who's who.
Yeah.
And she goes, "How about I ring both of you up at the same time?" Which made me feel like a child, because now it's like I'm not trying to be first. I'm just trying. I want the world to be right. You see what I'm saying?
My husband's the same way. He would have really highly embarrassed me, and he can't stand it when things don't work properly.
I want to ask you too.
It's just straight pants.
Should I have been quiet, or was I in the right?
See, I deal with a husband who will, as I said, will say something. He won't
she's never had to
manhandle.
wonder whether it should
I've
be
never
said,
wondered.
'cause
It
it's
will.
always said.
It will be said. Mr. Straight Pants won't allow that.
He speaks to the public.
Yeah,
He trains the public.
he
trains
trains
the
people. And so I don't know what to tell you. It's being done in my life constantly.
I felt. Yeah. I will say this. I apologize to him.
And I don't know what to tell you because I'm always the one skipping lines. I am
You're
the
the
Indian.
one.
When I walk in a room, I belong at the front of the line. I don't know why. Like at church, we all get in line for potluck. I'm like, why are you waiting?
Listen.
I only want the salad and the chicken. I don't want all your pasta and your dinner rolls. So I deserve to go to the front and just pounce on the little thing I'm going to have and then get out of there.
All your
I'm quick.
haters. Now, we all have. I have haters. We all have people that really root for us and really don't like us.
Yeah,
they like certain ones of us trio, and others they don't like as much.
Here's.
So the ones that don't like you as much just like you less. Yes,
Can I just share my
I just don't
concern?
believe in lines.
Yeah.
My concern is that I was accidentally racist. My concern is that
No,
I was
you weren't
educating
accidentally.
how we do things here.
No, it wasn't about color. It wasn't about none of that. Don't
I loved
put
him
that
with all my heart.
wokeism on you and be racist just because
That's-
people
That's
are
white
thinking
guilt
you should be.
that you don't have
I
because
have-
you're not white.
Yeah.
I have
But-
tan guilt.
Yeah, you got tan guilt, but no, you would have done it to anyone. You would have done it if it
you
was
would
a
have done
Karen.
it to me. Even if I was there and I'm a woman, you would have done it. You would
A
have trained
really
me right.
big guy, you might not have.
It's
'cause
just that the Bible says the last should be first and the first should be last. I was just biblical approach.
You just wouldn't have wanted to be socked in the mouth, so that would be your only.
I may have avoided the big guy.
Yeah.
The thing is I apologized to him because I felt like I may have not seen that he was here before anyone
When
and just
you
didn't know
went
where to
and
stand.
jumped, did you jump just less energetically because you felt guilt the whole time?
I'm so
you just did
glad you
a
mentioned
half
that.
jump.
Listen, I jumped, but not with joy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was the guiltiest jump. I felt like the turd at the whole facility.
jumpy.
Let me tell you what I did. I apologized to everyone who even watched.
Aw.
I went around to each group before I could jump again.
I mean, that's sweet. It shows that you're a good guy. Are we all cool with that camera, JD? He's looking concerned. Hey, I've got to.
I forgot to take my hair out. Can I just leave it out? I got my Dutch curlers in.
Yeah, rock it.
No,
Yeah.
I just have the curls for everybody else, but this is who my husband sleeps with. This lady, this Dutch
Oh.
lady.
Okay, take him
My
out.
hair's always in it.
This is so funny. Take him out. And show
I'm not
what
doing it
happens.
now. No. And my hair's not even going to do it. It's so dirty. It's not going to work. It's not going to work.
What if these are the first people that have ever watching you? We got new peeps in the room.
It's all right. You're stuck with the Dutch girl. I'm not doing it. I'm too...
Hey,
lazy.
so
I just realized
we're
I
in the
hadn't put my head-
banter. Today we're going to take 10 minutes for the banter because I've got a good story. And it's for greater health to every... Unlike that mental health little squeeze in there. But my husband and I just got back from a long-awaited trip. We took a cruise to Spain, just the two of us.
Do I have to look smart yet? Can I shut my computer down? Can I just tell everyone real quickly? Pearl has a computer up often. And it makes it look smarter than me, and I want there to be equal playing field. Do you see this? This is blank.
Is it a prop?
Pearl's computer says phosphate depletion and energy collapse. It's open, very smart pages. This is what I'm looking at. Blank. But can I shut my prop down
yes, you can
because
shut your
I'm not
prop
needing
down.
it yet.
That's too good.
Okay, go for it.
Anyway, so an amazing trip. We fell in love with Spain our first time there, and it was a cruise and lovely. Now, we heard when we were going ashore to these places, very safe. Spain is very safe. There could be pickpockets. Watch out for pickpockets.
There's nudists, I know that.
Well, yeah, I did encounter some nudists, but that's a separate story.
Like full news?
On the beach, full on, full.
Men and women.
Men and women, especially the older crowd. Yeah, but
Were you like, was it intriguing? Like just from a scientific...
oh, it was
She sent me some
hilarious.
It was hilarious.
hilarious and great. I mean,
She's like,
sorry, we just lost a lot of people, but I was
pretending I was taking pictures of the sunset.
Hey, I
but you have to see these people that are like 80 and naked and don't realize
A bunch of naked old
they
people.
don't care.
Is it mostly the old ones
She
that
didn't
go?
take the front. She just took the back.
I
just
didn't
got
take
back keys.
inappropriate like crotch pictures.
No, none.
I just took pictures that wanted to prove to Serene that I was on a beach. It wasn't a nudist beach.
She's like, you are so glad you're not here.
It was just optional. Clothing was optional, and it's their culture. They're all just
Is
talking.
it mostly the older they get, the nuder they get?
Yes,
That's the kind of rule.
absolutely. They're just so comfortable.
Kind
But
of
their
relatable,
skin's not
though.
skin anymore, though. It was like leather,
Yeah.
those ones.
I mean, I feel like the older I get, you're about to go into heaven. You kind of want to fly free.
Yeah, the older ladies are just grouping together, going swims, and the older men just having the times of their lives. But that's not what this story is about.
Okay.
So it was the last day of our cruise, and cruise was done. We were back in Barcelona. And if you ever get to go to a place and want your mouth to drop down in awe of such a city, you got to go to Barcelona and stay in the old quarter.
Yeah, not the new Olympic game ones.
No.
You said that was boring.
That was just like where we grew up. Great, beautiful, like Gold Coast, Queensland, Australia. It was all new and high rises and all that. But then we stayed in the old quarter in a historic building, and I can't explain it to you. Just miles and miles of the most amazing architecture, Gothic architecture, just beauty and palaces, and everyone's just living there, and the history is so rich. Anyway, we couldn't believe it. I'm going to go back one day. So we're just walking around, and I was taking my phone out because, on a family text thread, sending it to our kids, all the amazing buildings. And I kept forgetting I've got this little purse over my shoulder. It's just very small. It's enough to fit my phone in it. So I'd put my phone back in, and after a while, I'm like, I'm not being pickpocketed. I'm not going to zip it up. So it was just walking along, it was undone. And then I felt myself be lighter. I could just feel something happened. I'm like, what just happened to me? And it was all kind of not thought, but felt. And I looked down, and my phone, you can always see it because my little purse is very small, is gone. And I'm like, okay, I've just, been mugged, but not mugged. They didn't touch me.
Why was he wanting your phone? To identity theft you or something? Like, why does he want a phone?
People want phones. If it's in a good iPhone, they might be able to sell it. Anyway, so I'm like, oh my goodness, this phone is very important to me. First of all, it's got nudie pictures on it.
Yes.
No, that's not
Don't
what.
check the
Keepsakes.
messages between Pearl and Serene.
Some keepsakes.
It's got, hey, I'm a trim, healthy mama. What if they
The
can get
children
access?
get the epic buildings. I get the 8-year-old backsides.
I'm going to lose so many more people over this one. Whoa. Anyway, so I'm like,
It was National Geographic.
I don't
Nothing
know.
new, nothing.
But here's where the greater health to every home comes in. I suddenly felt so powerful, like I was Superwoman. And I felt this surge come through me. Now, I'm not an aggressive person. Would you say, Serene, I'm very demure?
She's very demure.
And in my days before hormones and before weightlifting, I would have said, Charlie, I don't know, but I think I've been pickpocketed, help, But he was looking at a map, and when Charlie does something, that's all he does. He doesn't know what's going around him. His map was on the phone. He was trying to figure out where we are. But I look around, and I see this little man.
Old?
He's like 40, maybe something.
Another
He's
little
maybe
man.
like 5'6", and I see him holding something, and he's walking different from everyone else, and I'm like, that guy has my phone.
You spotted him.
I spotted him, and I look in his hand, and yes, he's holding a phone. He's trying to hide it. And so I ran.
Good on
After
you. What
him.
if he had a knife?
I don't know what happened to me. It was all just instinct and adrenaline. I ran up to him, and I said, you've got my phone. Give it back. And he's like, no, what? And put it behind his back, and I reached behind his back, and I grabbed it, and we wrestled.
Was he right in front of you, and you were like trying to get to
Oh, yeah. I grabbed it. I felt so powerful.
What's your T in
I
your serum
felt
levels?
like I could take
What
him.
are you up to in your serum levels of T?
Don't know. But it was so unlike Pearl. And then I yelled, I'm like, hey! And then
No swearing though, right?
No, I don't swear.
No, good
Don't
girlfriend.
do that. You've got my phone. And then I yelled, Charlie! And then I was looking around, and then I just grabbed it. He probably let it go a little bit. Honestly, I'm not saying I'm stronger than a man, but I did win the fight.
You went and yanked your phone
Yes.
back.
And
Let's
then I
go,
said,
Pearl.
this guy stole my phone. And he was like slinking off, running off. And then Charlie looks
Were
up like,
people
what?
looking at you? Did you have a crowd?
People were starting to look, yeah. And then I suddenly were like, my hands started shaking. I was like, what did I just do? What? And then I had my phone, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I just beat up a mugger.
Good for you.
You had some spider sense kick
Oh,
off, and
yeah.
then you went and did some Spider-Man
But
stuff.
then I was thinking about it later. I thought to myself, that is not who necessarily Pearl would be post-menopause. Like, I kind of lost my strength. As a young woman,
You lost your ambition for contending in any, like you wouldn't rise to the occasion.
No,
You would have.
but I felt like everything that I've been doing in the last 2 years, like, you know,
Do you think it was for
weightlifting.
this moment?
I do. Because I felt strength in my upper body and strength that I knew it was useful.
You think God
for
cares about
something.
your phone that much?
No, but this is why I don't want to let someone take something off me that
Yeah.
was mine, and I felt like that's why I want to learn to do a proper pull-up, because you never
Yeah.
know when you're going to need to do these things in life.
Well, that's what I say to myself. It's like, so if my husband can do a pull-up, but he might get himself to the top of the cliff, and then, but he's got to help the children.
Yeah.
But normally children can do pull-ups because it's body to weight
Yeah,
ratio.
yeah.
But I have to be able to pull up. If he's like
Yeah.
got children hanging off of him, I need to be able to pull myself off from a cliff.
Yeah.
You never know when you're at the side of a cliff.
And, you know, we do these things because we think, oh, I'm losing muscle, I'm losing bone, I'm going to restore it. But then suddenly it comes into use, and this was like real life. And I felt the power surge through
Did you
me.
feel this track at the back? Did you feel like this Pearl grew a cape?
Oh, I felt like I had a cape. As I was doing it, there was no hesitancy. There was not
It was
like...
your moment.
It was not like, could I do this? No, I essentially knew I was going to rip it from him. My brain was telling me, you shall grab your phone back. And it happened. There we go.
Do we just fail, Pearl?
You can turn it off now.
You
Dad.
post,
all I can hear.
you postmenopausal, like, hero.
I knew though. I knew that he thought this little tourist, you know, I was wearing this big sunburn hat and the little dress.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the summer dress, and I was walking around like such a freaking tourist.
Yeah.
And he thought, well, she's easy to take. You know, let's do her.
But he did not
Little
know that
did he
Pearl
know.
he didn't know you were taking bioidentical hormones
He didn't know that I get in the gym and I could curl 20s now. 20s.
to be biologically advanced.
He doesn't know
on.
that you've been snorting Baobab morning and night.
Exactly.
He didn't know these
He
things.
wasn't ready for me. Ah.
He didn't know you take bioorgan therapy.
No, he doesn't know any of that. And it all just came out and surged through my blood.
I'm proud of you, Pearl.
The end.
That's so cool.
Oh,
That you,
So
all of
surprising
it.
me.
That you spotted him, that you confronted him, that it worked. That
I
he-
know.
all
'cause
those
it could've
goji
gone
berries
wrong.
on your eyesight to be able to see the iPhone 20 feet ahead.
All my senses were like enhanced.
I think everything was coming aligned for that moment.
it was.
That's incredible. Order yours today at store.trimhealthymama.com. For the whole
iPhone
family.
defense. You know, we could
iPhone
have new
defense,
capsules
too.
with all of it in one
Hey,
capsule.
it could be an ad on TV. You know, on like no one watches TV anymore,
True.
but the people that do are old, so all the ads are like aimed for
All.
people my age or beyond. You know, so it's always for supplements, but the ads are always so cheesy because that's what works. So it could
Yeah.
be like the woman with the sun, you know, the sun hat, and she's walking along, and here's how you defend yourself. That wasn't funny. Okay,
I
let's
laughed.
That was solid. I was visiting my grandparents in Myrtle Beach, and
Yeah.
it was that the ads were so
Oh,
just they were well done, but it was like everybody's just trying to get to those old people's money.
We
Oh,
haven't
yeah.
seen each other for a long time. I just wish we didn't have to bring greater health to every home right now. We could just banter. I want to hear some
We've
more.
got it because people tune in for the greater health to every home. You know what I hate? I understand our people
Yeah,
or
me
new
too.
people. I go to podcasts for knowledge,
Yeah.
and I don't want to muck
When
around.
they talk about their own personal lives and
I'm like,
things that are
shut up.
funny, yes, shut up.
You know what? When I seek out like my Joe Rogans, my comedy podcast, all I'm there for is the banter.
Yeah,
But when I'm
if you want
like
knowledge.
looking at like camera gear, if they're like, "Hi, welcome to the,"
no, that's
too far.
Yep.
Like I want them to be like, the first thing you do is turn the camera on. Like I
Yeah.
want them. I don't want to hear anything.
No, it's so true, and I think our podcast is a mix of both.
It
Like
is,
some
yeah.
people follow our lives,
Yeah.
and a lot of people, especially new people, just want. I want to know what they said about Baobab. What does
Yeah.
it do for me? So I think that's why we get both
We
reactions.
get both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's.
But
go
we're not about to.
Let's go to
get-
that next.
As if we could.
Yes, if we
thing.
could.
The meat! When we really get down to business. But don't hate us for the rabbit trails.
We're in the middle of our 7 skills, our Trim Healthy skills, and we are up to skill 5.
I'm not even going to open my prop. 'cause
Unshackle
you all
from
know it's
sugar.
blank.
You know,
It's all in here. I don't need no.
oh, I've got a duty for you.
yes.
As I was walking over here, I thought, this is podcast about sugar again, and we're going to bring you. Well, I am, because Serene's not. I'm going to bring you some unusual things you probably didn't know that sugar does to your body, just so you can get some knowledge, and I'll be all nice and good cop. And here, you really need to arm yourself with this info, guys. And then I really thought at the end, I want Serene to bring your baddest cop self. Guess why?
Ooh.
I follow this guy on Instagram, and he speaks to women, and it's women who work out, right? And he always gets me. He helps me. And I know some people don't get help by this. But he is bad cop to the max, and he doesn't have good language. And he does all these different reels for people that don't want to do certain moves. And I hate split squats, Bulgarian split squats.
I love Bulgarian split squats.
Right. Yeah, because you're you. I hate him. But then I'll just scroll through my Insta, and up he comes, and he does all these different ones. Hey, come here. I got a tip for you. You hate Bulgarian split squats. And then he's like, I'm going to tell you what to do. And then he's like, yeah, effing stop being a something. Yeah, effing do them. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I want to do split squats. It works for me, and I'm sorry about the language, but it just, it stops me being a little sissy. And it's like you little
bring my
moaning
bad
girl.
cop when I'm in curlers? I don't know. We'll see.
You can release the curls and then bad cop it
I
out.
don't know. I'm not
Because I
releasing
feel like maybe some people won't respond to that, but I know some people will.
Yeah. Sometimes I got to use a little language to let my wife know I'm serious. Sometimes you got to break a plate.
And I know you're doing that.
Lisa, just break a plate.
See, that's the comedy that some people will write in and say, Danny should not promote domestic violence and abuse.
Have you ever seen someone break a plate to make a point?
Not in my house. We didn't grow up with that.
I've never done it,
Oh.
but you see it in movies, you know, and you're like, who's breaking plates?
Yeah.
Somebody's breaking
I think
plates out
somebody
there. Someone listening to this, your husband has broken a plate.
Maybe
And
they've broken a plate.
We're sorry, this isn't funny anymore.
No, this is just not funny. How do we get onto that? Thanks, Dan. Hey, so
And just cut up my laugh because it wasn't.
Unshackle from Sugar, Trim Healthy is all about a lifestyle free from sugar. And it's one of the skills. And
I reckon it should be the first skill. Pearl's like, no, it can't be the first skill. We got to let people just kind of like ease into it. But I'm sorry. How can you get healthy if you're still shackled to sugar?
Well, we're going to save you for last because that
Okay.
doesn't make sense. You tell someone not to do something without giving them all the tools of what
No,
to do.
have the tools, but you have to have Unshackle from Sugar in your first tool belt. Because you're going to have all of the bad...
Okay, so do you want to go change our whole 7 skills?
No, I've always said every time we've brought the 7 skills, and we always say the no importance of order,
Yeah.
not in order of any importance. And I'm like, yeah, but Unshackle from Sugar should be part of your beginnings.
Okay.
I've always
Yeah, we'll let you say that.
shoved that in.
Yeah, I think everybody's different. And I think some people can let it go slowly as they learn to
All I'm
embrace
saying
new
is then you
foods.
still have the demon in your head.
All right,
and it
we're going to
whispers
save
you.
you and your demons for the end of the podcast. Right now, we'll go with the good angel. So we've had so many podcasts on what does sugar do to you? Why you want to free yourself from it? Because you look around, like I'm just back from Spain, and once again I came from a country where the human species look healthy and wonderful, Danny. And then I come back.
Danny's like, of course I'm from Spanish descent.
Yeah, I mean,
Obviously.
I come back here and it's so heartbreaking because of what we have done to ourselves as a nation, as a Western culture.
And did you see how they ate over there?
Yeah.
It was
They
more...
ate what your family does, paella. What is it called?
Paella?
Yeah, big rice cook-ups with protein. That was their national dish.
It's like chicken and rice,
yeah,
basically.
Shrimp.
chicken and rice.
Is that the main thing, chicken and rice?
That's what they're famous for.
seafood
That's so
and rice.
Yeah, seafood and rice,
so
or
different
chicken and rice.
flavored dishes, chicken
Beautiful.
and rice,
I loved
paellas.
it. I loved it.
And it's not very fatty.
No.
It's more broth.
I did not
With
see
it.
obesity over there. Very rare. I saw a
Do they
race
walk
of
everywhere?
Yeah, I saw a race of healthy people.
I can tell you
Healthy
this:
people.
when I'm, it must be in the blood then, because I'm like moderate fats, not high fats. When I'm eating that chicken and rice brothy stuff with balanced fats, I am so happy. Like I'm mentally better.
Yeah.
Like I feel it. You can feel the difference. And when I
Oh,
eat
yeah.
Southern rich, I'm sick and I'm sad and I'm mean.
But you know,
And then you go to jump places and you man turn
You sit there
other
and
men
jump.
around.
You're like looking over, like who's watching? And then somebody looks and you're like,
just love that you called it turd jumping. Oh.
turd jumper.
But anyway, I don't want to like down on this nation because coming from another place, like we were born in New Zealand and raised in Australia, all we had was the American dream. I love America.
I love America too.
There's
I'm
something
married
about
to
this
an
nation.
American.
I don't down it. I'm in awe of America. Wherever I go, I'm still in awe.
America
but I'm
thinks bigger
so
than any other nation.
sad
They dream,
Yes.
and they don't have roofs over their head. Like
Located just north of the Gulf of America.
Yes, but what I'm sad about is what people have done to their health and their bodies, and we have to contribute it in large part to sugar because it's in
I
everything.
like to say my story. I'm not going to bring it bring it in case those people are listening. But can I talk about my story?
What story?
Mama podcast. I don't know why I'm asking you for permission. She really just got given the crown that she's the boss.
Pretty sure you're a 50% owner.
Yeah,
some
exactly. Well,
percentage.
is it time?
No, you're not bad cop yet.
No, but it's not bad cop to bring my story.
What's your story? About the people I saw. I can't
At the buffet, and I told you this morning.
Oh,
The sugar addicts.
Okay, but
It's not yet.
say it. No, you're going to say it at the end. It's going to
Okay.
go beautifully with your bad cop self.
I think we're used to the other mics, and Serene, you're hitting it right here on the closed part. I think you need to be in this front zone.
Does everyone love the look of our mics? So I'm sorry for you people
They're
not
a vibe.
looking
They're
at
a
us.
vibe.
I mean, you're listening, but you should see how vibey we look.
It's vibes.
So I'm going to forget everything that we've said before about sugar because you've heard us say it, and I'm going to bring you some new things.
Sure.
Or things we haven't said as much.
Yeah.
What does sugar do that you might not know about? We've said the other things: puts fat cells in your muscles, fills your liver with fat
insulin
cells.
resistance.
All of
People think
that.
it's fat that causes fat droplets in their muscles. No, it's sugar, people.
That's so interesting.
Raises your
But fat doesn't.
triglycerides. No, fat might too. I actually don't know.
Yes, but it's sugar that basically does it.
Yeah, we know
Sugar is the excess
Sugar
fuel.
explodes obesity. And here's what I want to say. I am so proud of the MAGA movement and what they're doing. There's a big but. Sure, you're getting
You
chemical.
mean the MAHA?
yeah,
Make America Healthy
Yeah,
Again.
make America healthy again.
Wait, what's-
Hey,
Talking about Trump?
yeah, no, I meant MAHA. I said MAGA, which is part of the MAGA, I
I was
guess.
like, dude, you just went and like supported MAGA?
A politician.
What are you doing?
But I meant MAHA. There's just one little letter, okay? And like they're taking toxins out and red dye and blue, this and that. Great. Clap. But they're not addressing the big elephant in the room, and it's sugar.
Sugar.
And then all these little chemicals are not the reason for the obesity.
Well, they're terrible, and we hate them. Fluoride in the water and all of the like blue 40 in your food are
Yeah.
great.
Seed oils, blah, blah.
But sugar is the big deal. I've seen people addicted to sugar, and they're like, "Oh, I don't do seed oils," while they're slurping some sugary drink. I'm like, who cares?
And everyone's clapping because, hey, Coca-Cola might be going back to real sugar instead of the other one. And I'm like, oh, okay, real sugar is still going to explode your fat cells.
So it's not even an
Everybody.
Give you
upgrade?
diabetes.
You're still going to drink it. You're going to be obese still.
We're talking less poison, but poison.
Yeah.
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 Well, they're both poisons. They're both going to kill you. So
I don't think
do you want to shoot a shot like a bullet to the head, or you want to be drowned? Like
Yeah.
they're both.
all
gonna
we're
kill
saying
you.
is sugar cane grows in the ground. Good. It's not evil and from the devil.
No, if you want to go chew that fibrous
Yeah.
thing, great.
It's processed
And
and
it's
the
got
amount of it in our
minerals in it.
foods.
It's got nourishment.
Yeah.
It's
About
got
cane
nutrition
sugar.
in it.
When
Yeah,
you-
like
when
the
you
actual
cane.
cane.
Yeah, drop a cane in your tea. Now we're
Yeah, nothing
healthy.
wrong with that. We're talking about how it's used in this society. Okay.
Does it even come anymore from the ground? Is it just concentrated cane sugar originally, or is it made now? Is sugar just made in a laboratory?
That's a good question. You should ask hosts that would know that.
Yeah, us chatty.
Chat would know.
You guys talk amongst yourselves.
Hey, so I want to talk about these things that you might not know. We've said the things that you do know. So actually a diet made up of, even moderate to high amounts of sugar causes phosphate depletion and energy collapse. And here is what it does. You've heard of ATP, right? ATP is the basic essence of where our energy comes from.
Yes.
And as we get older, we lose ATP. Well, what does sugar do? It depletes it.
And then it becomes the cat that's chasing its tail.
Yeah.
You feel energy depleted, so you think you have to go for another 32-ounce Slurpee
Yeah.
to get the energy back.
Okay. And so the other thing that Serene and I have talked about, we talked about this in our wisdom book, Serene, and that is Hold on, one sec. We've talked about cross-linking in skin, but we should do it again. The
Yes.
AGEs. Can you talk about that? Because sugar is huge for actually destroying the skin.
Yeah, I think people are all about their moisturizers and all about their, their special under eye wrinkle cream. But at the same time, they haven't unshackled from sugar, and it's just, it's just unbalanced because they're actually degrading their skin from the inside out and causing an aging effect to their skin in such an extreme way that the creams cannot even catch up. The creams can't do anything.
Yeah.
When you're doing it from the inside out in such a concentrated way. So yeah, cross-linking is when it just kind of like it. Explain it, Pearl. It's glycation. It's glycation of the cells in your skin.
Yeah, rather than going in a certain line, they start to crisscross, and you can actually see it in the skin.
Yeah, I've seen it so many times.
So dermatologists often see it in people with type 2 diabetes because there's so much sugar in the bloodstream. The next thing, and we don't talk about this enough, Serena, is what it does to the gut. It causes complete gut dysbiosis, and so many people have gut problems these days, and it's like, oh, I'm ruining my gut, and they're taking 1 million supplements, and sure, that's great. They're drinking kefir, they're taking baobab, all the things we say, but if you still got a lifestyle of sugar,
you're counteracting that.
Yes.
It's like, why use the anti-aging creams when you're glycating your skin?
Yeah.
Why use all the gut supplements, expensive gut supplements, when you're absolutely causing all the good bugs to die off with what you're taking in?
Yeah,
from
sugar actually feeds harmful bugs. And
what you feed will grow.
Yeah.
So it's the dysbiosis of the bad bugs multiplying and the good bugs starving off.
And here's another thing most people don't know. We all kind of learn that most Americans are low in which mineral?
Magnesium.
Yes, magnesium. So everyone's on magnesium supplements, right? Well, sugar depletes magnesium in the body. Every sugar spike increases insulin output, which in turn pushes magnesium into cells, and then it goes to your urine.
And I think nearly everything that the modern American eats, every meal and snack, is a sugar spiker.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely is.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're eating foods that weren't even designed to be eaten. All the brands been stripped away, all the fiber's been stripped away, and so they're eating things with sugar added, but they're eating all this white refined starch, which turns to sugar. So it's spiking
and
into
it's not got no protein, so you're not grounded. Like when you go on an airplane, they hand out the snacks.
Oh,
Everyone is getting magnesium loss. Everyone is getting phosphate problems.
Depletion.
Everyone is getting ATP lowering. Everyone is then getting mood crashes from dopamine. That's another thing. Dopamine. I mean, everyone's talking about dopamine these days with like addictions to our phones and stuff. But everyone knows that's what sugar does.
Yeah.
It's in that dopamine cycle.
It's definitely a drug. Sugar is a drug.
And that's why we talk about unshackle from sugar, because it's
like hemp. God made that, right? And it's wonderful, and it's anti-inflammatory, and we have this endocannabinoid system in our body, and the endocannabinoids in hemp can tap into that and cause so much health to our body. But then they take that hemp and they mutate it to be higher in the the psychedelic THC, and it becomes a drug, and it affects our dopamine pathways. Well, that's what they did to this wonderful sugar, a sugar cane. And yes, it's good. And it provides energy in a balanced way with nutrition as well. And then they concentrate it and mutate it and refine it into something that is now a drug. So we all know marijuana, is not what hemp is. And so the sugar that we eat today is not what God designed with the sugar cane. And it's super sad. And now comes with my story, I do believe, because it is a drug. Okay. And I was just recently in a buffet. And it was in a Christian theme park.
Well, you can tell about it.
No, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it because what if these people are listening? Oh. Now you said it. Okay. Well, oh well. Oh well. No, but I saw this family, and it was really sad because it was a multi-generational family. It was a grandmother, it was a father and a mother, and it was brothers and sisters, and it was a couple of grandchildren. So it was kind of multi-generational. And the grandmother was in a wheelchair, and I think it was from diabetic issues. I could just tell by the visual effect that it looked like a diabetic issue. And they were all not healthy. and I don't want to explain why. You'll guess why, but I don't want to be rude, but they were not. You could tell that their sugar had been spiking as.
May not have been at goal weight.
Yeah. And so it was super, super sad because their conversation was all about the desserts. They were eating their main course, their meat and mashed potatoes and macaroni and whatever, but they were super excited, and their whole conversation was about what the options were for dessert and how many options there were, and it was just super lighting up their minds. And then they went for their desserts, and of course the grandmother couldn't go. She was in a wheelchair, and they served her up, and they served the little grandchild. It looked about 6, but she already had diabetic tires around her tummy, and the grandmother said, "Oh, you didn't get a Rice Krispie too." She already had a lot of treats on her large plate. So they made one of the family members go downstairs to where all the buffet, sweets were, to get her a Rice Krispie, to make sure she experienced that dessert as well. And when she got the Rice Krispie, the grandmother said, "Cheers." So they cheers like you would do with wine goblets, their Rice Krispies together. The grandmother in the wheelchair and the little granddaughter who's following in that sadness, like, "Yeah, cheers, come and join my wheelchair." Like you're going to end. And my heart broke. And I was like, I am so sad, because she's cheering on a granddaughter. And I'm thinking to myself, what self-consciousness is that little girl going to have to go through, where she feels like, oh, maybe I'm not pretty, or maybe I don't feel good and I can't jump with Danny at the trampoline as well because, my body I can't keep up. And I felt so sorry for her. I mean, diabetes kills. It puts people in wheelchairs. And then she got distracted and she started like leaving the table, like, come back and finish your treat. And it was almost like what we'd say in the old days, come back and finish your peas and your steak. It was like, this was food. This was real food. You have to finish. It just broke my heart. But I could tell as generations, there was like 3 generations represented, there was an addiction. It was a drug addiction.
Yeah,
and
it's
it broke
drugs.
my heart.
You gotta talk about it in truth. When I lived in Alabama, I remember when one of the first weeks I got there, there was a restaurant that I'd never heard of, that it's kind of famous in Alabama, and everybody's stoked about this restaurant. And I'm so, this is what, maybe 2 decades before Trim Healthy Mama or even any thought. I was still on mac and cheese, and I was a poor college age kid, and I made pasta with I had a gallon tub of it was like a cheese oil
made out of seed oils.
Yeah. It was canola oil and like cheese flavoring powder, and I would pour it on my pasta and then throw lemon pepper on it, and I was a chef. That's what I ate in the college years, or ramen noodles. Anyways, so I'm in Alabama.
Yeah.
And they're like, you gotta, have you been to X name restaurant? Not the name of the restaurant. And I was like, no, never been. They're like, oh, the sweet tea. They have got the best sweet tea. They're famous for it. You've never had it? And I was like, no. And I'm like, yay. Like, there's some special dish, down here, the famous X brand sweet tea. I remember I finally get to this restaurant, and I have a mediocre trash fast food burger and a glass of the atomic bomb nuclear level sweet tea that I have ever had in my Southern life. And I was like, hey folks, this is just sweet tea. So everybody realized this is fast food, and like no one was online over this. And even before my health days, if you will, I just thought it was so absurd, the level of passion, the way they talked about this fast food place that served garbage as if it was like some 5-star restaurant. And even another thing, just I was visiting my grandparents at Myrtle Beach, and it's kind of an older community. So it's kind of like before the days of anyone thinking about GMOs or hydrogenated oils. Or it was like everything, if it was edible, if you could put it in your body, it was called food.
Yeah.
Anyways, I was at the grocery store. We're grabbing some things, and I'll never forget, it was like a really, really old lady, like just small and just barely, she's cruising through the aisles. this it looked like her son was with her, and she's like picking out stuff, and he looks over, and his eyes like, I hope this doesn't sound judgmental. It's just when you talk about addiction, it's like, yeah, I'm just going to share stories where I'm like seeing addiction in public. His eyes like glazed over, and he mumbled, he goes, oh, and he said the name of this same brand, this X brand.
Oh, really?
He goes, oh, sweet X brand, sweet tea. And he just mumbled it. No one even heard him. He like said it to himself, and he was just like, ugh. And he kept reaching for it, and she didn't get it. And she's walking off, and he's like, and he just gave it up. And I was like, whoa. Like,
it was that dopamine pathway.
It's so strong. Yeah, like, again, I wasn't sitting here like, I eat right and you don't. It was just more like, man, I'm so glad like someone told me. You know, like, hey, think about this.
Yeah.
And when it's generations deep, it's
so
not,
sad.
it's sad. It's not judgment because that's the way someone was
I
brought
was like
up. That's
weeping
they
for
were
this
taught.
family in my heart.
I mean,
it was
this little
stressful.
girl was being
I wasn't
taught.
having an enjoyable time
No.
going, I'm superior to my neighbor.
No.
No, it's
It was
just
just like,
sadness.
God,
Actually,
man.
they were a very beautiful looking family. They had beautiful features, and they took care of themselves outwardly. You know, like the grandma had nails done perfectly. It was like they cared, but they didn't know what was destroying them from the inside out. And it just was so sad because I could see this addiction passing on down through the generational line. And they were believers, they were Christians, and they were wearing all the Christian T-shirts and everything. And I'm like, this is so sad. You don't know that like the enemy is like knows how to get in the back door and destroy you.
It's a total Christian drug.
Yeah.
It's accepted.
No, it's deep in our culture.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I was at the doctor's office. Gosh, now we're going down stories of where I'm sounding superior, but I'm really not. It's like you're just reminding me of how when it's embedded in your culture, your brain doesn't think to do anything different. I was at the doctor's office, and the lady checking me out told me she sees 5 different doctors for 5 different health problems. One was diabetes. I told her about Trim Healthy Mama.
Hold on, she was the nurse checking you out or something?
She was the one checking.
The lady at the front.
Yeah,
okay.
front desk. And I was like, you should check out Trim Healthy Mama. A lot of what you just said, I'm not sure, but I hear those phrases all the time, and all these women are like getting free of this stuff. And it was done. It was a done. She's like, no, it's all, I can't do with it. On her desk for lunch was a famous fried chicken fast food brand. Mm-hmm. And I just thought, it really like hit me that like, you know, it's a good work to talk about this stuff because it's not, you know, people that get offended when you talk about this may themselves be having their own emotional addiction, you know, kind of like when you take an iPad from a kid.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, you're addicted to that.
Yeah.
I probably should have taken it from you. You've had it a little long today.
Yeah.
You just,
Right.
you literally, your eyes
manifested.
your eyes went bloodshot, and you made a guttural noise
Yeah.
that I've never heard before.
Yeah.
This is a sign, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. When I was thinking about it when I was walking around on the streets of Spain, and I was seeing, once again, I got back from Japan to visit my daughter. I was seeing, it's not racist. I was just seeing a race beautiful for what they are. You know, God made all the races. God made us all, and we're all
And
a lot.
they weren't. You said they weren't skinny.
No,
She's not trying to
skinny
get like talk
at
about
all. They were just humans, the way humans should be, all different shapes and sizes, but gorgeous. You know, I just like, oh man, the Spanish race is just healthy. But I was thinking about it when you said about sweet tea, and no one's walking around holding drinks with straws.
But America does. We noticed
Yeah.
that when we first came here
Yeah.
from Australia.
They sit down and go to a cafe and they have coffee, and there were sweet things available. It wasn't like they were not a nation of sugar, but it's not in everything. And they have their kind of more whole foods for meals. But no one's walking around holding drinks. It's a big
That's
difference.
interesting. Yeah.
With the straw and the big cup.
Yeah.
The 32-ounce
Yeah.
soda
The
or
refillable.
32-ounce, you know, like high
When they
fructose
walk, they
corn
just
syrup
walk. They're
drink.
not holding food or drink. Yeah.
That's such a good observation.
Yeah.
Like that the cup and the straw thing stuck out to you.
I just think it's everyone's comfy, right? I mean, I brought in water. I like to hold a drink sometimes, but I think it depends what's in the drink. Hey, here's another one. Inner eye damage that many people don't know.
Yes.
Oh, and it's been a huge thing. So many testimonies of Trim Healthy Mamas. They go to their ophthalmologist, whatever it's called, the eye
Optometrist?
doctor. Oh, yeah, thank you. And they always said, hey, my doctor said my eyes have improved. Well, you go off sugar, They do, because
interesting.
excess sugar thickens the basement membranes of capillaries in the retina. And even before diabetic damage shows up in the eye, it can cause subtle vision issues or eye fatigue that most people never link to diet. A lot of women say, hey, my prescriptions change. I don't need as strong a prescription once they're off sugar.
Regain eyesight.
Yeah.
That's like the blind shall see level,
Yeah.
like testimony.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
You can see like grandchildren. You can see, you can read. I mean, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
And here's a big one: impaired hormone detox. Now, some of us have, I don't know if you're into all the SNPs, they call them, MTHFR and COMT and this and that. I mean, I kind of dabble because I have some things myself. My daughter's Meadow, she's quite challenged in the MTHFR pathway, and we both have slow COMT. But you put sugar in the mix.
Yeah.
Any of us that already have, challenged detox pathways, it just makes it brutal. And I remember
Because
Serena,
it clogs your detox pathways.
on one of our transformation podcasts, remember we talked to that
Yes.
young woman, and
Yeah.
she had slow COMT and MTHFR,
Yes.
and she's like, the only thing that makes her able to live in this world without pain and inflammation is THM, because she got off sugar. And she used to have to spend hours in bed through pain and inflammation and headaches. So
And why she's saying THM too is because she could never get off of it before, because she loved treats.
yeah.
And on THM, we encourage, yes, have your chocolate cake, have your treats. Don't give up celebrating baking, but there's another way to do it.
Yeah, I think because when you just say never eat that, and that's what I was kind of alluding to at the beginning, it's a joyless way to
No,
go
and
about
I'm
it.
saying no, have all the great stuff, and that's what I was trying to say. But you can unshackle from sugar and still have.
Yes,
you know,
absolutely.
yeah.
So then and the last one I'll talk about, and then we're pretty much done. The white blood cell paralysis.
Oh.
Paralysis?
Danny?
Paralysis.
Thank you. You're just
Wow.
fixing me up.
Yeah,
it's like
you're
he's-
not just a jumper,
Look,
a church jumper.
he's sitting in that chair and like...
You'd never know that he would know the correct
You wouldn't know
pronunciation for all
because-
these scientific terms.
10th grade, Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah, I know, when he fixes us, right? We're only New York Times best-selling authors, and he's just fixing us. Hey, after a high sugar meal, white blood cells have a 50% reduction for 4 to 5 hours.
Yes.
So you
Interesting.
have lost half of your ability to fight any flus.
And that's why
common
it so
colds.
makes me so mad. Like the Halloween holiday is the beginning of that's the beginning, the holiday season that begins the winter, that everything's starting to cool down, and
Hope
we
you've got
begin
another hour, folks.
the hard season where
Halloween talk
where
time.
all the flus and the colds just start multiplying. I mean, that's when everybody, there's flus
Can
and
I
colds
break
throughout the
you?
year.
You're officially bad cop, so you're ending the
No,
podcast and keep
no.
going.
I don't want a bad cop. I just want to say it just annoys me that Halloween is the beginning
Us
of that
too.
because it's like, get a pillowcase filled with candy to begin the season of the cold and flus.
It's the worst.
What a wonderful, responsible thing to do for your children.
But don't you love dressing up like the
bad
devil?
cop.
That
That
part's
was-
so fun.
And then, no, I'm not a Halloween person. And not just because of the candy, but the candy part annoys me. And then you go from candy to Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
And instead of having Thanksgiving like they did in the days of yore, when they had popcorn with good old Pocahontas and her husband, you know what I mean? Like, and have some great pasture-raised turkey. You've got like 7-cup sugar pecan pies. And to top it all off, then you move into all of the Christmas, business Christmas and family Christmas and all of these Christmas parties. And it's more sugar and more sugar and more sugar. And then Christmas Day. And then you say, hey, get a gym membership to Cold's Gym, and because you've got 100 pounds to take off. And it's not fair on the people. And then this whole, it begins again every year. It's just sad, and it's because of sugar.
There's so many in our
Sugar
audience.
is a demon. I really believe it.
There's so many in our audience right now. They just heard that and they went, I'm going to do it.
No, but
That's my favorite time of the year.
no, but it's so sad, and it's all
Yeah,
about
it
and
is.
the demonic part of sugar is it's incorporated into family generational fun and family generational pleasure, and it's like it's weaseled its way into into church prayer meetings. It's like, let's break bread together over donuts and X brand sweet tea.
X brand.
You know, it's like, this is not what God designed when he said break bread together.
But I don't think, as good cop, we have to say, well, let's not do any of those holidays. I mean, I
believe in Christmas. My middle name I used to be Serene Carice Campbell before I married and became an Allison. But I really call myself Serene Carice Christmas. That was
Serene Christmas Campbell, yeah.
Yeah, because I love Christmas that much.
Yeah, I know. But, and you know, we growing up, I know your children were never allowed to do Halloween. We called it Fall Day, and I let mine dress up. And they did have a little bit of candy, but I would cut them off. Like, they couldn't have a full suitcase, you know, a pillowcase. That's how much you can get when you go trick-or-treating. And then they can just eat off it for days and days and days. I cut them off that day.
I'm not a super psycho. Like, I'll go to Whole Foods and my children can get, like, organic sugar crap, which, you know, it's
for
like
Christmas, yeah.
Yeah. Or no, like, I take my girls into, like, I do the normal, you know, Franklin mother thing now, and I take them to gymnastics.
Yeah, so
yeah,
weird
like a normal mom. It's so weird. But then I go to Whole Foods afterwards and they get to pick, like, I don't know, like chocolate or something, but it's all organic.
Yeah.
And I think, okay, you know, they just get one
but it's
treat.
not their daily fare.
It's not their daily fare. So I'm not saying you have to go to, like, zero sugar across their lips.
And Trim Healthy Mama, we've got, like, oh my goodness, so many cookbooks full of, like, pies and
I have 85%
blah, blah.
chocolate and it has some sugar in it. It's just you got to know where your line is.
Yes.
And some
Where is your line?
some lines have to be drawn firmer than other people's lines.
So true. I don't have as firm a line as some people. Now, Serene's line is she just does, apart from 85% chocolate, you just don't eat it because it doesn't appeal to you.
No, it doesn't appeal to me, but also my mind can't wrap itself
Right.
around it.
Now, there's some people like me where I'm like, for my birthday, if I go on a cruise, I will let myself, I actually, for the dessert on my last cruise, I was doing the cheese plates. It was so amazing. That was my indulgence.
Cheese and fruit is the best dessert.
Oh, it was so good. And that was like, yeah, it was a blessing. I did have maybe 2 or 3 desserts, and it was like a 10-day cruise. But I'm just saying that I can do that. I'm not against celebrating life, but some people can't because of the dopamine pathways. You know, some people can have a glass of wine, some people can't.
They can't because it will go to 4.
Replacement's a big deal too. Like one strategy is like go have fun, trick or treat, do all the stuff. You know, they're probably gonna whoop some candy down while they're trick or treating, but you can also have them turn their candy in for like cash.
Yeah.
Or some whatever they feel it's like if they play video
Or they
games.
don't have to go trick or treat.
Oh, but if they do, if in this weird world where they might.
Did you see how the candy's on the day of the demons?
And she did call. She did. Did you notice? She said it's demonic and all the like. There's a demon somehow, something.
Yeah.
The devil is sugar, something. I don't know what happened.
The devil
to this
isn't
podcast.
sugar, but I'm telling you, and I don't believe it's a real demon, but I'm saying that I say the devil has used sugar to destroy people.
I do think if
the devil has used alcohol to destroy people.
Well, and what's
drugs.
the number like? What we've done is take the responsibility onto ourselves, even financially.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, those shoes you've been wanting that are $120. If you turn in that whole bag of candy, you get $120 pair of shoes that will last you all year long.
Right.
And typically, kids, and that's a big, like, how much is it? You know, it's like as parents, you can just say you're not going, sure, but that's a strategy too.
Yeah, but it's just up to the parents. And I mean, my children love dressing up. But that's okay. Serena and I have done a lot of stuff differently, and we just shake hands and love one
you
another.
guys dress
I love
up for
Pearl.
Breezy's ball and stuff too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I believe in dressing out. I'm Pearl and we've parented differently, but I think she's a fantastic mum.
And the same vice versa. On that note, shall we say goodbye?
Yeah, bye.
Bye.